Now, if you are thinking of having turkey teeth done, this video should help you. I have had mine done. I had them in February of this year, and I had mine done in Izmir. So in this video, I'm going to go over my experience of having turkey teeth. The good, the bad, the ugly. So yes, I'm here now just waiting for the fitting. So it's the last time. Gums are still a bit swollen. Would I recommend having it done? Honestly speaking. And if you are going to have them done, top tips that you need to know about. Things that I wish I knew when I went to have mine done. Okay, firstly, where did I have my turkey teeth? Well, I had my turkey teeth done in Izmir. It's a company called Optimum Dental. A very good company, and I did a lot of research before I went to have them done. I got a lot of quotes back, done some research on a lot of the companies out there, and Optimum Dental in Izmir was the one I chose. One, because the price, it wasn't the cheapest, it was a little bit more expensive. But if you're going to have turkey teeth, don't make it about what is cheapest. That is the number one tip, first of all. It isn't about what is cheapest. You pay for what you get. Now, a lot of these companies will offer zirconium, German manufactured zirconium, which is what I've got. But also some companies will just put implants in, shave them down flat. I have seen many horror stories about that, a lot of them from Antalya side. So make sure you do your research first of all. All mine are individually grooved and shaped, and it's another reason why I chose Optimum Dental. The overall experience was relatively pleasant, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. Firstly, why did I have them done? Well, I put some pictures up on screen. I've done YouTube for about 8 years now. Ever since I was a kid, I've been self-conscious about my teeth. They're horrible, they were decaying, they were yellow, they were falling apart. I had half a tooth on this side, constantly having issues and pain, sensitivity, and a huge lack of self-confidence. When I was talking differently because I was consciously making an effort to hide my teeth. Now, there was a period in my life that I wasn't happy with myself. I was a very big drinker, and events unfolded in my life where I realized that I really need to get my ass into gear and sort my life out. And as part of that journey, the teeth was one of them. In fact, I probably wouldn't be as confident sitting here doing the video as I am now if I didn't have my teeth done. So I suppose that leads us on to the question, would I recommend having turkey teeth done? And that answer depends on what you want. For me, personally, it was the best decision I have done. The experience wasn't pleasant. Don't be fooled by the glamorization of having turkey teeth. Believe me, it was not nice. But was it worth it? For me, yes it was, 100%. Since I've had turkey teeth, obviously I get comments on social media and saying how white they are. Yes, they are white, but my choice was to have them this white. If I'm going to Turkey and I'm spending a lot of money having them done, I don't want second-hand dirty dishes, so to speak. So for me, they're perfect, and regardless of what anyone says, I'm happy with them, and that's all that matters. Now for you, if you don't want them that bright, you don't have to. There's different options available, and that'll be as part of your research. But for me personally, 100%, it was the best thing I have ever done for my confidence, for investing in myself, and it's given me a bit of a boot up the arse with the likes of wanting to stop drinking. I no longer drink. Whether that's to do with the teeth, I don't know, but it's put me on a journey, and I'm still on that journey, and I'm also in the process of changing the content on this channel, and I believe that is also part of that journey too. And as you can see, I am currently parked up on the side of the road in front of a beautiful mountain, but would I be able to do that in the past? I don't think I would. So overall, in terms of confidence, 100% it was the best thing for me to do. How much did my turkey teeth cost? Well, I think the initial quote was around £5,000 or £6,000. Now, luckily I have a YouTube channel, and I agreed to sort of vlog my journey and experience overall, and that helped in a reduction of the price. So I think it came down to about £4,000, but take note of this important tip, the most important tip which I wish I knew, and that is the money. Now, if you haven't been to Turkey before, one thing you will notice is they are mad for money, and any way they can get additional funds, they will do it. Now, I've been to Turkey many times. I've been to different parts of Turkey. I'm used to the culture and I'm used to the way they try to get more money from you. And one thing you'll notice is whatever the price is, when you go there, you may need additional work. As an example, I was quoted, I think it was £3,500, but when I went there, I needed 8 extra root canals because when they shaved my teeth, the root was exposed on, I think it was like 6 or 8 teeth, so I had to have additional root canals, which is an additional cost. 2 of the guys I went with, they also had additional costs of about £1,000. So if you've been quoted an amount, make sure you have additional funds in case you need it whilst you're there, because it's about 80% chance that you will need more work. Now, you can also have implants or you can have the veneer type, which is what I've had, which involves the shaving of the teeth. And I want to talk about that. I witnessed 2 people go through the implants. It is not a nice experience, but if you're thinking about having it done and you really need to have them done, then you have to take the rough with the smooth. So as part of the implants, they would drill implants down into your gums to merge with your jawbone. They might not work. One of the guys I went with failed on 2 of them, I believe. So if you're having implants, you will need that done, and then you would need to return in about 6 months' time when it's healed to have the implants done. You will be given temporary teeth in the meantime, but one of the guys I also know from Wales, he broke his twice, so they're not the best, but they are only temporary. Now, as I said, I had the shaving down of the teeth, which again is not a nice experience. So I landed about 5 a.m. in Izmir. We was picked up about 8 a.m. and I was straight in that chair, grinding down the teeth. The amount of anesthetic you have, I had about 30 needles. They're not shy with the anesthetic, but it's not a nice experience. Your face will be completely numb. I had ulcers in my mouth from the suction valve, and I was sat in the chair for, it's got to be about 6, 7, 8 hours, constantly grinding, jaw open. It wasn't nice. I went back to the hotel and the teeth were so sensitive, it was horrible. It was not nice, but that was because I needed root canals, which we found out when I went back the next morning. Even breathing was quite difficult. You could feel all the air hitting the nerve of the teeth. But again, that could just be because I needed the root canals. After having the root canals the next day, had the veneers straight in, and it was good to go. It took me probably about 4 weeks when I got back for the pressure to finally go away. It didn't hurt afterwards. There was just a little bit of pressure getting used to the teeth pretty much being forced on over the top of my ground down teeth. And one thing I will say is they are brutal, them Turks. They don't give a shit. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pleasant. When I was having the injections in the roof of my teeth, I was gripping the chin and pulling up. I've never felt pain like it, but they just didn't give a shit. I mean, it's their job, that's what they do. Now, one of the downsides, of course, to having turkey teeth is if anything does go wrong, and there are horror stories, but again, that's why it's important to choose the right place. You will need to go back to Turkey. I no longer cannot be touched here in the UK, and that's something you need to keep in mind. I do think in the future that will change because of the amount of people going out to Turkey to have turkey teeth, but it's definitely something to be conscious of. Speaking of having it done here, I was quoted a minimum of £18,000 in comparison to Turkey, which was 4,000, and that is huge. That is a huge saving, and that is why people are going to Turkey. The care is good, it's so clean, it's professional, but again, just bear in mind, if you do need any additional work or for future checkups, you will need to go back. Now, another reason why I used Optimum Dental is because they are based in Izmir. It's more of a Turkish city, hardly any tourists. I had to use Google Translate a lot because a lot of them didn't speak English. It's a proper Turkish city, not your typical holiday resort destination, but again, that also makes it cheaper with flights and your hotel and that will be included with the package anyway. So I guess that just leads me on to the 3 top tips I've got if you're thinking of having turkey teeth done. Number 1 is make sure you have additional money. Like I mentioned, you may need additional work, so you will need additional funds. So whatever you've been quoted, make sure you have a backup fund in case you have additional work that needs to be carried out. Number 2, do not use popular holiday destination types of places like in Antalya. There is one dentist I have seen horror stories about. I'm not going to name it, but just be careful and do your research. Again, I use Optimum Dental. They are in Izmir and I would strongly recommend them. Brilliant team, very friendly, a little bit more expensive than others, but you pay for what you get and keep that in mind. I'll leave details of Optimum Dental in the video description down below. And number 3, when you go out to have your turkey teeth, book it in a quiet part of the year. I had mine done in February, which makes the flights a lot cheaper, and I'm talking hundreds of pounds cheaper. I think the flight was about £140 overall. But if you're going, book a quiet part of the year, because also it's very, very hot in Turkey. So the last thing you want to do is get out there in August to have it done. It's roasting hot, you've had your teeth ground down, nerves are exposed, you're in pain, it's red hot and you want to drink. It's just not pleasant at all. So picking the right time is important. But again, short-term pain for long-term gain. A day or 2 of uncomfortable pain is worth the lifetime ahead of me I've got of the confidence. So yes, overall I would recommend having it done, but it is based on your personal circumstances. Don't be fooled by TikToks. They over glamorize it. It's not a pleasant experience, but is it worth it? 100% yes it is. Anyway, if you're thinking of going to Turkey to have turkey teeth, hopefully this video has helped you. I'm off to admire this beauty, and please drop a like and a comment down below and a subscription if this video has helped you in any way. I am going to be going back to Izmir to have a checkup done, so I will be doing follow-up videos on it, and if there's anything you guys want to know, please let me know in the comments and I will do my best to help. I may even do another video if there's enough comments asking for it. Anyway, good luck with your new journey. I'll see you soon.